Hey guys, my name is Micki Angeles. I'm the host here at the Simply Put podcast.
And I look like a plant today. I'm Fred Niones, aka Angelo. And for this review episode of Arrow, season 3, episode 14, The Return, we are back at Lian, aka Purgatory, where we find the Queen siblings training for their fight against Raish and the League of Assassins. But Malcolm throws a little bit of a curveball by unleashing Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, to test the Queens on their killer instinct, where secrets and lies are revealed. We see the wreckage brought upon Ollie's family and friends due to the Queen's gambit sinking. It was a very solid episode, in my opinion. It was okay, but I think it was better than last week's. I like the flashbacks where we see those effects on the family, Ollie's immediate family and friends. But I like how they focused on the new relationship between Thea and Ollie, and how they're like training, and the difference in their fighting. And when Deathstroke, I didn't like how they used Deathstroke, but it's great to see Manu Benet back.
I do agree on that.
Yeah, and it's an okay episode.
This episode was fair but solid. We get to, as we see more of the initial return of Oliver Queen to Star Lake City. That was pretty cool, but it did drag at some parts. We got the effects of Oliver's death from the whole group, Tommy, Laurel, Thea, and even Detective Lance, and see how they were dealing with that, with the loss of Oliver and Sarah. I gotta agree. I didn't like the use of Deathstroke. He was more of a throwaway character in this episode. He didn't showcase his prowess and fighting skills.
I know what they were trying to do, though, because we see it where Thea was fighting him, and she was gonna have the gun to his head. Malcolm wants them to be killers, but Ollie being changed after Tommy's death. Like, we don't need to do this. He needs to pay the right way. And I get what they did, but the execution was poor.
What I wanted was a little bit more into prison. Usually I would want a little bit more action, but that whole conversation they had after the booby trap incident about the reveal of Thea killing Sarah. I wanted that to actually happen in the prison. So they have more time to dwell with it, and then they could do the whole dislocating shoulder thing, which was pretty cool. I thought she should have been a little bit more in pain. I thought, after dislocating your shoulder, I think that should have showed a little bit more pain.
But she has been training with Malcolm for 9 months, so
but I doubt that she's had that much.
That's true.
Not like Oliver. I don't think she had that much pain inflicted in her. And so that's where that goes. And the Amanda Waller story with Ming Na Wei and
China White,
the whole
that super
Omega
virus,
Alpha super that was a little throwaway too. They could have got straight to the point, showed the USB of Oliver Queen's father. Basically telling him to save the city. The interesting part of it was when they looked into the computer.
It said for Thea. Also.
I want to see that video.
I think
see
that's
what the reveal of Thea, Oliver's dad to Thea is.
I think that was probably I know you're not my daughter. I know who your father is.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm still gonna be your dad at the end of it. Like, if I died, I'm still your dad. Maybe that kind of thing, or maybe another whole reveal.
I gotta say that's
what I really liked about this episode was Thea. Her growth as a character, and once again, they're throwing hints that she's the Jason Todd of this universe, because the rage, you see it, and that's what Jason Todd was compared to the other Robins. He had rage. Yeah,
we also got that in the Arsenal storyline too. But I guess since the Arsenal name is already taken up by Roy, I guess Speedy could take this role, and or even what you said last week about Artemis, or combining those two,
or like Cheshire.
You know what else I'm sick? You know what else I'm sick of? I'm also sick of the whole drug use stuff. Like, everybody did drugs. I get that it's in the past and you gotta kind of show that, but everyone's doing drugs. I'm sick of the whole sob story with Captain Lance, and I think
addiction, because he was an alcoholic.
but the thing is, what I didn't like was after Tommy and Laurel meet for the first time of I guess love connection wise, they go straight to the next scene, which is Captain Lance over Sarah's grave, and I couldn't tell the difference of, is this the future or the past? Which I think to me was an editing mistake, but
because it was hard to see. It was at night,
and not that, but I also didn't understand where we were at, so I didn't understand the context of the initial conversation.
I got you.
And I was speaking to I was speaking to Fred earlier about how I didn't like the reaction that Captain Lance had against Laurel. And
it felt forced.
It felt forced, and also it felt misplaced. Like with all this, like I think this whole storyline of this episode is lies and truths.
Yeah,
and how they've been lying to each other already.
I think they should have saved it for the next week.
I didn't understand. I
like,
just didn't get it.
Or slow burn that tension.
I thought they could have just done with that in last week's episode.
Okay.
Where we forgot to mention that it resembled a lot of Over the Edge.
Oh yeah.
The Batman animated series. Pretty much close to verbatim.
Yeah.
And that is one of the issues I had with that episode. Listen, it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst. Like I said, it was pretty solid. There was just a lot of misused characters. It was also a little bit weird too with when they get back from the island or purgatory.
Yeah.
How Merlin just
he just shows up. He is a magician.
He is a magician. He's like I forgot the actor's name, but the person in Mr. Deeds. He's like, I'm very sneaky.
Oh yeah,
very very sneaky. He's just there.
I think John Turturro's character. Yeah.
And also I didn't like not Robbie. What's his name? Stephen Amell. His little like weird face of like I'm sorry to Merlin. I'm like, you shouldn't be sorry, dude. Yeah, you should have told her.
That speech though that Thea had was
yes,
really awesome.
Yeah,
like
I gotta say the acting on Thea's part was definitely on par on this episode.
I'll be your student, I'll be your partner, and if I even have
you're not my daddy,
I'll be your soldier.
You're not my daddy.
I'll never be your daughter. And you just saw the hurt in his face. It was like, oh man.
So the preview we got to see
Nanda Parbat.
Okay,
that's what the next week's episode's called as well. We see I hope by the promo Thea actually diming out Malcolm to the league. Wow. And you see him crucified, and looks as if Ali's going there to save him.
I feel like Nanda Parbat is like a floating city because they seem to get there pretty fast.
Yeah.
In every episode, and what I liked about it was finally seeing. Also in this episode, we get to see the main story through line progress forward and. Everybody, it looks
We're getting
Diggle with a gun, actually using his skills as a Marine or a Special Forces guy. We get to see Nissa, and Nissa, and one person that might be there but is not in the preview was Roy. We didn't get to see that, but it looks like they're going to start to fight the League of Assassins,
and we also get.
Or League of Shadows, whatever they're calling it.
The forging of the armor, like it said in the promo, of Adam. So you might get to see that unfold. Maybe he takes down a street thug. How well you think that's gonna go for his first night out?
I don't think it's gonna go well. If we've learned anything, it's always gonna be a year one mistake. There's gonna be a few mishaps. He might get hurt initially. Like I said, the armor looks cool.
Yeah,
the visor look a little bit weird. But I'm very curious to see where his character is going to take off. Is it they're going to be the vigilante for Starling City as they go to Nanda Parbat, or is it he's going to be joining them? That is one curious thing I want to know.
I think they put that. I think that's going to be at the end of the episode, him donning up, because just to get the hype back. Because this season has been up and down at best. But I think next week we're going to see them go full through with the storyline and the climactic battle between Team Arrow and the League of Assassins.
All right, guys, you heard it here. That's all we have to say. So what do you think the Atom suit is for? Is it going to be battling street thugs in Starling City, or is he going to join the Arrow team fight Mr. Raish Al Ghul?
Yeah.
Find me, or actually, you know what? Find us first.
Yeah.
Simply Put Podcast at simplyputtalk.com. Listen to our long-form podcast there. And also follow us on Instagram, which we'll be updating a little bit soon.
And we got Twitter too.
And Twitter and Facebook. Facebook is if you like Facebook. Twitter is for if you like Twitter. That doesn't explain anything. But anyways, my name is Micki Angeles. Find me on Twitter and on Instagram at MakeCertified.
And it's your main man, Fred Niones, a.k.a. Angelo. And you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at _Fred_N.
If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to us. And we'll be truthful with you with our reviews and insights. So... till next time.
1.